Okay, we just got done painting our 51 Ford here, and what happened is on the bottom here we got ourselves a pretty decent sized run. So what we're going to do is we're going to take this run, cover it with some automotive body filler, glaze. It should come out with the body filler as we sand it down. So I'll go ahead and smear it on here and we'll see how it goes. We got our filler right here, and I'm just going to smear this stuff, the catalyst, on in there. It'll only take about a second. We want to smear that around until we get it nice and an even green color. We'll just take this filler and we're just going to want to concentrate it mostly right on that run. And we don't need a lot on there. I'm just going to kind of smear it on like this. And then taper down that edge. We need enough material on the drip itself. There we go. We need enough material on that drip so that when I sand it, it's all going to come down even. Now we got this nice and smeared on there. There's a few chunks like this in there from it setting up, but I'm not going to be too worried about that. But the main thing is we got it faded out. And so up here where it's kind of thick, we just don't want that built up too much. I'm going to take 400 grit sandpaper. I'm going to start with that. And we're going to put it on what's called the Hook It 2 pad. And basically all this is just Velcro, a Velcro disc to a Velcro pad. So it just sticks on there. You don't have to use this, but on a DA sander like this, I'd recommend that you'd go with that if you're going to go with a DA of some sort. So this is a very fine throw DA, and so what I'm going to do is I'm going to put it up here, and I'm going to keep it very flat. We don't want to be digging in off to the side or anything like that, but we want to keep her flat, and then we want to just go across here until we can see our runs start to come through. Okay, you see we're getting close here. The filler's starting to leave, and that run is starting to come out with it. And I'm just going to keep at it. I just put another piece of 400 on because the old one was getting dull, so you don't want to be out there with a dull piece of 400. But just change them out when it gets really dull like that so it's nice and sharp and you're going to get through it. And I'll continue on till this is almost gone, then I'll probably switch over to some 600 and then finer from there. You can see we're down to just a remnant left of that run, and we still have some body filler up here, and then the body filler within the run here, and up here. But I got it all down pretty close. So at this point, I'm going to switch on over to some 600, and I'm going to go at it with that until I've gotten rid of this body filler. And if you notice, I've been sanding out like really hard, a lot of sanding. However, though, you still see orange peel here, so that's a good sign because that means I haven't dug in too far. Being there's orange peel, you know, you can see along the edge here. If this was just all smooth, that would be a sign that I've really dug in and taken a lot of clear off. And keep in mind, there's about 3 coats of clear on this car right now. So anyway, we're gonna hit with some 600, and then after that, we're gonna see how it looks. And you can see we got this down, and you can kind of see the stains left from the runs here. That's because of the solvents that were stored up in there. However though, if you run your hand down here, you can't feel them at all. Like all you can do is see them. And so we got just a little bit of filler left here and here. But I'm gonna go at this thing with some 1500 wet. And then after that, we'll give it a buff and we'll see how this looks. So I'm just gonna do this by hand. I'm gonna block it out, so some 1500 wet. One more thing I'm going to do is, this is just optional, you don't have to do it, but it goes on to a hookup pad as well. And so what this does is I'm just going to put it on there and then wet sand the surface with this. And what that'll do is this 4000 will basically bring it up to a very dull polish. The scratches are so fine in it. And then that way when I go hit it with a buffer, it'll be real easy to buff and it'll come right out. You don't have to do this, but if you want to, if you have the sander, then I'd recommend that you do that, especially if it's like a really big surface. Just put firm pressure on it. Just enough to compress the foam just a little bit. So I want to make sure that it's super dry and that we've got this wipe down here, and the run's pretty much gone. I don't feel it. Looks nice and smooth. We're going to throw this over here. This is 3M Perfecta rubbing compound. And it's just a really deep cut compound. And probably a couple passes of this. First I'm just going to kind of smear it around. I'm going to just go ahead and speed it up a little bit. Let's take a look at how this came out here. You can see now that run looks like it's pretty much gone. I don't see it anymore. So yeah, can't even tell where it was. So see, it works pretty good. I'd recommend that you only use this on a flat surface like so. If you do it up on like a curvy area like that, it probably won't work so well. So only like really long flat runs. Looks like we got a little bit of it showing down there by the wheel well, but the rest of it looks like it's out. So I'll probably throw some 1500 on a paint stick and go over that, and then take my 4000 and go back over that and then just buff it out right up here. So yeah, but really it's not that bad. So yeah, it's just a little bit left. So anyway, we'll take that out, and it's already looking great. Once I fix that, I'll throw some glaze over the top and then some wax, and it should be good to go. So thanks for watching, and hope it goes well for you.